Well, there's only a few more days till the first day of spring, but it looks like Old Man Winter isn't quite done with us yet. All right, so it is really starting to snow. We got some breakfast going here, but I'm thinking that after I get done with this, that it's gonna be in my best interest to go ahead and pack up. As it is right now, I don't have any cell phone signal where I'm at, so I can't even really check the weather or see what the conditions are supposed to be for the rest of the day. But as it is right now, I can't, it's all socked in, I can't see any amount of distance, I see no clearing anywhere, and it's really laying the snow down and coming down pretty hard. So I think for the be smart for me, what I'll do is I'll just I'll pack up. We'll try to get out of this area. Once I can get into a place where I can get some 4G, then I can start looking at some of the road cameras in the area and see what the conditions are in some different areas, and maybe we can just move to another spot where maybe we're not getting quite so hammered. Okay, so I've got everything put away and we're getting ready to head out of here. My goal right now is just to try to get to a point where we've got good 4G signal, and then that way I can kind of check the weather report and also use a website we have here in Oregon called Trip Check to look at some of the road cameras and see what's going on in other parts of the state, and see if I can just maybe back out of this area and get into another area where maybe we're not getting quite so much snow. All right, so I've stopped here for a minute at this intersection, and I've got good 4G signal, and I've looked over the phone. I've checked out Trip Check and looked at some of the road cameras and also looked at some of the local weather. It does look like it's pretty much calling for snow all day in the general vicinity that I'm at, but it does seem, according to the cameras I've looked at, that maybe the snow is a bit lighter if I start heading a little bit closer to home than I am. Right now I'm about 2.5 hours, 3 hours away from where I live. So I think I'm gonna head a little bit more northwest and see if just kind of evaluate the situation then. I ran across a small group of pronghorn antelope and was lucky to have a couple of them hang out close enough to the truck to get some decent video of them before they ran off. They seem to be hanging out in this area, as I'm pretty sure that I ran into the same group the day before. Alright guys, well, it is just snowing sideways at this point, and it's pretty boggy underneath the truck. I'm feeling there's a lot of mud. I can, see the mud that I'm going through, looking at behind me, and I actually just drove down this road and turned around, and now I'm going back, and my tire tracks are already covered in snow. So I'm afraid this is kind of just turning into a recipe to get myself good and stuck. And I actually have been driving around quite a bit between yesterday and today, and I started off with a full tank of gas, but I'm down to a quarter tank now, and I've probably got a good hour's drive to get to the nearest gas station. So I decided that it probably wouldn't be a good idea for me to stay out here tonight, not knowing how much snow I could wake up with in the morning. If I was to get bogged and only have a quarter tank of gas, that could be a real pain in the ass. So anyhow, yeah, spring, well, I shouldn't say springtime because it's still technically winter for about 3 more days, but man, this is some rough, kind of just rough conditions. Anyhow, I'm gonna go ahead and call it, and I will catch you guys again outside.